Welcome. My name is Brittany. For those of you who have not been to my class before, and if you have been, welcome back. Hi, Paul. Hi, Angela. Good morning, Kareen. Hello, Kat. So today, it is the beginning of a new week, and we're going to start off the week with working on the core. So I feel like you either love or you hate it, right? Some people are really about the core like I am. Some people are like, I don't like the core. But the important thing about the core is that it is a part of our body and it helps protect our back. So the front half of your body and the back half, they work together. And so anytime we move the limbs away from the body, we're adding stress onto this core. And if the core doesn't have it all together, then the time you reach away from your body, you're more likely to pull something, is all I'm trying to get at. So today's class is called Stress the Core. And I'm going to give you plenty of modifications in case, your body's not ready for the load. So just things like you can lower to your elbows instead of being on your hands. You can lower your knees instead of being on your toes in plank. And then, of course, you always have the option to use blocks for any of our movements. So that being said, we'll start off class in a tall, comfortable seated position. And even here, this is a part of our core holding us up. And it's natural and it's happening. So I want you to take your hands to your ribs, find out where the bones are, and just lightly pull the ribs together. And just feel that them coming together is kind of like your core building its web. And then keep it there and just breathe. So our breath is closely related to the core. The diaphragm has attachments with the core. And our spine to help us sit upright. So us just sitting here is stressing the core. Us breathing is stressing the core. And stress doesn't have to be a bad thing in this case. The stress on the core helps make it stronger. Good. Let's take 3 more breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Feel those ribs come together. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last one in. And exhale. Good. And let's go ahead and make our way onto the back. With the feet flat on the floor, knees bent. So lying down here, there's less stress on the core, right? Because our spine doesn't have to be held up as tall. Make sure you cannot touch your heels here. And let's come up into a simple glute bridge. So bring your hands to the low belly, which is also a part of the core, and start to lift the tailbone, followed by the rest of the body. Squeezing those glutes, pushing down through the base of our big toes. So the glutes also have close attachments to the core. They work together. And then just feel here. Can you feel your ribs still drawing together lightly? And let's add a little bit of stress. So go ahead and lift your left heel off of the floor. I still have all 5 of my toes down, but the heel is lifted. And notice how the right glute starts to work harder. And if this becomes difficult, you can lower the hips closer to the ground. Good. And then if you want to stay here, you can, or you can take it up a notch and place your left heel on your right thigh, like right above the kneecap. And just still feel that the core is holding it together. The right glute is holding it together. And let's stretch out the right wrist. So left hand comes across the right fingers and starts to draw back on the fingers. Keep that hip lifted. Keep squeezing that right glute. And then go ahead and bring the left foot down, still staying up in that bridge. And go ahead and lift the right heel off the floor now. And notice if you feel a difference between glutes. You can go ahead and then make the right heel lightly rest on top of the left thigh and start to stretch out the left wrist. Feel that the back of the neck is long. Keep breathing in and out. Last breath in. And go ahead and place the right foot down and lower the upper back, middle back, and lower back to the floor. Good. Allowing those glutes to relax, move them around a little bit if you need to. Now moving on to the abdominals. So we want to wake them up, give them a little bit of an energy boost. So from here, extend the legs up towards the ceiling. Know that you can modify by just bending the knees. It's the same motion. Bring the hands behind the head. Take a breath in. And on your exhale, lift the head and shoulders off of the floor. So I'm still feeling like this low belly area is drawing in. And then inhale, lower the head and shoulders. Exhale, come up. Small twist to the left. So my right elbow is reaching towards the left toes, and I am staying off my left shoulder. Good. Maybe lower that right leg about 45 degrees. Feel your sacrum not lift. Right leg comes back, come back to center, lower down. Exhale, come up. Small twist to the right. Stay off that right shoulder as you lower the left leg halfway. Feel how that adds stress to the core. Come back. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, come up. Small twist to the left. Lower the right leg halfway. Now maybe you actually reach your right hand towards your left toes and maybe you touch them. Or if your knee is bent, you're trying to reach higher towards the ceiling. Come back to center. Inhale. Exhale, come up. Small twist to the right. Lower the left leg halfway. Reach the left fingers up towards the toes. Good. Come back to center. Inhale, lower down. This time, do what you can because we're going to kind of go for it here. Exhale, come up. Small twist to the left. Reach the right hand up towards the left toes. Right leg lowers. And then go ahead and switch and reach the left hand towards the right toes. And go back and forth. Keep that sacrum on the floor. Bending your knees if needed. Back and forth. One more time left. Ha! Right. And then bring the knees in. Give yourself a hug. Good job. Go ahead. Bring the feet to the outside edges of the mat. From here, arms reach up overhead and allow your knees to just windshield wipe left and right. Trying to open up the sides of the body, open up the hip joints a little bit. You can also goalpost the arms if that feels good as well. Good. Allow the knees to fall to the left. Reach the right hand up even higher away from you, and maybe you take the left hand to grab the right forearm and pull it behind you even more. Try to keep drawing down through the low belly. Maybe you turn on that right glute. Come back up through center. Allow the knees to fall to the right. Grab onto the left forearm and pull it upwards. Same thing. Draw in the low belly. Open up the left side of this body. And then inhale, come back to center. Knees come into the chest, and in your own way, come on up to the hands and knees. That was a doozy, right? So from here, go ahead and lower onto the elbows. They come right under those shoulders. I like to grab my opposite elbows to make sure. Interlace your fingers. Tuck your chin. Try to keep your head off the floor, looking at the kneecaps. And then go ahead and lift the hips and knees up towards the ceiling for dolphin, keeping the knees bent. So shoulders are a part of the core as well, and we're adding some stress here. Keep drawing in that low belly, still feeling the core work you just did. Go ahead and lift the left leg to the height of the left hip, so that when you look at your left toes, all 5 face down. From here, draw a line out to the left with your toes away from the body, and then bring them back in. Draw it out to the left and bring it back in. So it's kind of like you're wagging a tail, but your toes don't turn out. To the left, and then go ahead, left toes come down, right leg lifts. Bend that left knee as much as you need to. Squeeze that right glute. Right toes go out to the right, and they come back in. Bring it out to the right, and then back in. So I'm never opening up the hip. I'm never moving my ribs. Bring the right toes back in and down. Lower your knees. Sit back in child's pose. Hands reach forward, palms face up. Decompress. Breathe in. Exhale. Good. And then from here, go ahead and come up onto your hands and knees. We're just going to do a little movement here. So this is where you can make fists for plank if needed. So walk your knees in a little bit closer than you're used to in your plank / quadruped. And from here, let's step the left foot back into plank. Feel the low belly hug in towards your spine, followed by the right foot. And notice how that stresses the core. Left knee comes in underneath the left hip. Right knee comes in underneath the right hip. Let's practice that 2 more times on this side. Left foot back. Right foot back. Keep that head lifting away from the floor. Left knee in, right knee in. 1 more time. Left foot back, right foot back. Left knee in, right knee in. Now let's lead with the right leg this time. Work on keeping that head lifted. Right leg back, left leg back. Right knee in, left knee in. Right leg back, left leg back. Right knee in, left knee in. Last one, right leg, left leg, and then right knee, left knee. And then in your own way, come on up to stands. Shake it out. Get water. I will start some music, and we'll start flowing. So most importantly today, I just want you to remember to breathe. Of all things, that's the most important thing for you to do today. Breathe. So take a big breath in right now. And on your exhale, just let it out the mouth. From here, inhale, arms reach forward and upwards. Feel that as you reach the fingers even higher towards the ceiling, you're really opening and lifting that core. And on the exhale, sit back in the hips. Draw that low belly in as the hands come down. Step the right foot back, lower the left knee. Left knee, inhale, come up. Hands come to the low belly. Pull it in here, just as we did when we started. So feel the ribs come in, feel the low belly come in. Left glute fires. Hold this together. Feel your breath, inhale. And on your exhale, hands come to the floor. Step back into high plank. Lower your knees. Let's lower slowly to the floor, keeping the core intact. Trying not to flop to the floor like a fish. Inhale, locust pose. Lift the heart just a little bit. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Glutes are on. Then lower just a little and then push up in a straight line. Lift the hips into down dog. Step the left foot forward, lower the right knee. Inhale, lift the shoulders over the hips. Hands come to the low belly, draw it in. Right glute is working. If you've never done this type of yoga, welcome. It's based on the method from a physical therapist. We're just trying to get everything working. Hands come to the floor, step forward. Use those glutes to help you come up to stand, arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Right leg comes back, lower the right knee. You can keep the toes curled under if you want to. Arms reach up, interlace the fingers and push your fist upwards. So this time, feel that the low belly is still drawing in, but now we're trying to lift it. And then on the exhale, hands come down, step back into high plank. Lower the knees, lower slowly. Inhale, baby cobra, shoulders draw together. Exhale, down dog. Step the right foot forward, left knee lowers. Keep the toes curled under if you want to. Arms reach up, grow tall. Reach the fist upwards, breathe in. Breathe out. Last breath in. Exhale, hands come to the floor, step forward. Use the glutes to help you come up to stand. Good, shake it out. And we'll go into our first sequence. So we'll be doing a one-legged plank here, which looks like this. And know that your modification can be with the knee down. So if having one leg lifted in plank is a lot, you can have that right knee down and the left leg lifted. Here we go. Arms reach up, inhale. Exhale, fold in half. Step the right leg back, lower the right knee. Inhale, arms reach up. Same thing, still feel that low belly drawing in, right glutes working. And here we go, into left leg, one-legged plank. So the hands come down, left leg reaches back. So for me, I'm gonna have my knee down. And like we did in dolphin, I want you to take the left leg out towards the left and then bring it back into center. Keep that low belly working. The left leg goes out to the left and comes back in. So what that looks like from this angle is that my left leg comes away from the center and comes back in. Good, last one. Bring it back in, lower the left toes, lower all the way to the floor. Cobra pose. Shoulder blades draw together. And exhale, engage that core and push up and back into down dog. Good, pedal your heels out here in down dog. Maybe shake the head yes and no. And then bend your knees as much as you can and walk the hands back to the feet for happy squat. So happy squat means I'm happy, yay, and in a squatting position. From happy squat, walk the hands back forward to plank. Walk it back to happy squat. So we're just repeating this motion. You can also just stay in happy squat if you want to and not worry about walking forward into plank, but this is where we start to add our stress. Good. One more. Walk it forward. Walk it back. And here we are in happy squat. Shake the head yes and no. Feel the connection between the hands and the feet. And then walk the left hand forward and the right foot forward. Right hand, left foot, left hand, right foot. So we're baby bear walking towards the front of the mat. And then inhale, come up into chair pose. Sit back in the hips, reach the arms forward. Feel that as you reach, they become an extension of the core. And then exhale, hands come to heart center. Small twists left and right. So we twist from the center towards the left knee. Come back, twist towards the right knee. And just move. Use your exhales. So we're using our obliques here. Strong core. Last one. Twist to the left and hold. If the right elbow can make it to the left thigh, great. Bring it there. If not, stay off of it. And walk the right toes backwards so you're in a twisted crescent. Squeeze that right glute. Draw in that low belly. Turn your gaze towards your left big toe. Make sure to tell it not to lift. And then go ahead and step the right foot next to the left. Inhale, come up to stand. Exhale, fold in half. From here, step the left foot back. Lower the left knee. Inhale, arms reach up. Grow tall here. Feel the back of the neck is long as well. Going into one-legged plank, or you can have the left knee down. Bring the hands down, send the right leg back. Good. Make sure those ribs don't fall, so keep those ribs in. And wag your right toes out to the right and bring them back in. Hold it together. This is hard. 3 more. That's why it's called power yoga, right? You have power. You got it. 1 more. Go ahead, bring the right toes down. Lower to the floor or lower the knees first. Inhale, baby cobra. Lift the heart. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale, engage that core to help you push up and away into down dog. Walk the hands back towards the feet. You know what we're doing. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Walk it forward into plank. Option to add a push-up if you want to. I'm not, but some of you are ready. Good. 2 more. Walk it forward. Here we go. Last one. Walk it back to happy squat. Right hand, left foot, left hand, right foot as you come all the way to the top of the mat. Then on your inhale, lift up into chair pose. Hands come to heart center. Take a big breath. Feel those ribs expand. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Ha. Inhale. Exhale to the right. Inhale. Exhale to the left. Last one. Twist to the right. Hold. And slide those left toes back, balancing. If you can bring the left elbow to the right thigh, great. If not, don't worry about it. Pull that right hip crease back. And then step the left foot next to the right. Inhale, use the glutes, come up to stand, shake it out. So moving into Sun Sal A. Let's do 4 of these today because we really want to stress the core. Know that you don't have to do the push-up part, okay? So I'm going to demo the first time and then kind of walk you through the breath on the next 3. And know that if your shoulders aren't feeling great or you're just not quite sure about chaturanga yet, don't lower, or maybe you lower 1 inch instead of all the way. Here you go. Arms reach up. Exhale. Inhale, step or jump back into high plank. Exhale, lower the knees or lower halfway. Inhale, baby cobra or full up dog. Exhale, engage that core to lift you up and back into down dog. Step your feet in a little bit closer than you're used to, maybe 6 inches to a foot. Take a breath in. And at the bottom of your next exhale, step or jump towards the hands. Use your glutes, come up to stand. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, step or jump back into high plank. You can do a push-up if you want to, or you can do your vinyasa flow. Exhale, we'll all meet in down dog. Good, that looks good, Angela. At the bottom of your exhale, step or jump towards your hands. Use your glutes. Come up. 2 more. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Know that you can do this at your own pace. You don't have to follow suit with me. Take a child's pose when you need it. You have 1 more after this. The bottom of the exhale. Step or jump towards your hands. Inhale. Last one, exhale. Inhale, step or jump back into high plank. Exhale, you can chaturanga. And then all meet in down dog. And let's just take a child's pose for a sec. Lower the knees. Palms can face up. Do some wrist rolls. Feel your breath move in and out of your core. And then let's meet actually into dolphin. So since we're already close to the floor, go ahead and lower your elbows down. Interlace those fingers and lift up into dolphin. Lift the hips, keep a softness in the knees. Know that if this ever feels restricting, you can just do down dog. Like, that's okay. From here, lift the left leg to the height of the left hip and just start to lower and lift your right heel. So almost as if you were to hop off that right foot, but we're not hopping off of it. So lower and lift that right heel. Good. And then go ahead, left toes lower, step back into forearm plank. Really hold it together here. Feel that core, feel the glutes wrap towards your heels. Lower the knees, lower down. So a little combo move here. Moving from locust to plank. Now if your wrists are sensitive, you can do forearm plank instead of regular plank. So on your inhale here, reach the arms back, lift the chest and the legs off the floor. Get those glutes working. And on your exhale, toes tuck under, hands come under the shoulders. Push up into plank, either on your knees or knees lifted. Lower. Locust pose. Inhale. Exhale, plank. Or forearm plank. Lower. Last one, inhale, locust. Exhale, plank. Everyone will do full plank. Bring the right knee in underneath the right hip. Drop that left heel. Lift your left arm upwards. So this is modified side plank. The right hand can be on a block if needed. From here, left leg lifts. And we're just pulsing here. Keep the left foot flexed. Feel the low belly pull in. Left arm is reaching up. Good. And then from here, let's bring the left hand down, left toes down, come into side plank. Right arm reaches up. Good. Hold the core tight. Look down at the top of the mat. Step the right foot forward, followed by the left. Inhale, come up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step or jump back into high plank. You can do your chaturanga or hang out with me in down dog. From here, lower to the elbows, coming into dolphin. Right leg lifts this time. Lower and lift that left heel. Feel weight distributed equally between elbows. And then step back into forearm plank. Core's working, glutes are on. Lower to the floor. Ooh, you got this. Hang in there. That looks great, Tia. That looks great, Sarah and Angela. Yes, look at those forearm hops. So from here, locust to plank. You get to choose what plank you do. Inhale, locust. Exhale, plank. Lower. Inhale. Exhale. Lower. Last one. Inhale, locust. Exhale, plank. And then bring the left knee in underneath the left hip. So it's on the floor. Left hand is underneath the left shoulder. Right heel lowers as the right arm lifts up for modified side plank. From here, right leg lifts and pulse it. Good, foot is flexed. Breathe out. You can let your left ear fall to the left shoulder. Here we go, right side plank. So right hand comes down, right toes come down. Stack your left foot on top of your right as the left arm lifts. And look down towards the right hand. Step the left foot forward, followed by the right. Come up to stand. Shake it out. Wish I had my water, but I don't. It's in the other room. Okay. So now we're sweaty. Right? Going into sequence 3, which is a little bit more sweaty. So a little bit more balance if you need to use a wall or a chair or blocks. Have them nearby because there will be a little bit of hamstring stuff. So I will grab mine just in case. You can also have books. Here we go. Let's all come into down dog. So if you're used to doing a vinyasa to get there, you can. I'm just going to go right into it. Inhale and exhale. Stepping back. Keeping my hips high, feeling like my knees are bouncy. So feel that your down dog is a little bouncy here. From here, the left leg lifts. And on the exhale, step the left foot as far forward towards the hands as you can. And lift up into crescent lunge. Feel that the hips are in a neutral position. That right knee, that back knee is bent as much as it needs to be. And using the core, we're going to swing that right leg and kick it and bring it back. Push down, kick, bring it back. Push and kick. So go ahead and repeat that. Use that core. You can even keep your hands on the ribs. Don't let them go. Keep them. Yes, you are powerful. Great job. Last one. Then bring the right leg back into airplane. So my left knee bends a little as my right leg goes behind me, and this is where the balancing happens. Hands can be wherever they need to be. And then slowly walk the hands down the left leg, either onto blocks or the mat. Both hands are under the shoulders. Feel as almost you could lift into a handstand here. We're not going to, but that you could. And then let's go into warrior 2. So right toes land, open up to the right for warrior 2. I'll show you from this angle. Left knee is bent, right toes face forward. Feel that the hips kind of are rooting downwards. Spread the mat apart. Take a breath in. Right arm drops down the right leg as the left arm reaches up. Inhale. Exhale, left elbow onto the left thigh, right arm reaches up and over. Inhale up. Reverse. Last one. Exhale. From here, look down at the left big toe, cartwheel the hands down towards it as you step back into down dog. Doing our little crouch twists. So turn the toes and knees to the left as you sit the hips back. Shift forward into plank. Exhale, turn the toes and knees to the right. Sit back. So you should feel this stretch on the outside edges of your body. Remember to breathe. Last one. Back into down dog. Good, and rest in child's pose if you need it. Otherwise, we're going to the other side. Lift the right leg. Step the right leg forward. Inhale, come up into crescent lunge. Shake out anything if you need to shake it out. Find a neutral pelvis, starting with those kicks. Really push through the right leg, kick the left. Push through the right leg, kick the left. You want to feel that right glute become the power to help kick that left leg. Good. Last one. Swing it back. And let's pause here in warrior 3. Try not to fall to the outside edge of the right foot. Bring the hands down underneath the shoulders. Standing L, right knee is bent as it needs to be. Warrior 2, left toes lower. Open up to the left. Warrior 2. Right knee is bent. And just look, is your right knee going over the first and second toe? If it's not, maybe turn your right foot in slightly. Feel that your feet are pushing the mat apart. Take a breath in. Reverse. Inhale. Elbow to thigh, left arm reaches up and over. Inhale. Reverse. Last one in. Cartwheel the hands down, step back into down dog. Turn the toes and knees to the right, sit back, shift forward to plank, toes and knees to the left. You can just stay in down dog and not do plank and just swish it back and forth. Or use that plank. Good, last one. Down dog, take a breath in. Feel charged and ready, and maybe this time you hop towards the front of the mat. And come up to stand. Shake it out. I am gonna get water. So take a breath here. And let's move through our flow. This is the final moment. So do what you can, take out what you don't want to do. Listen to your body. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, sit back. Inhale, step the right foot back, lower the right knee. Inhale, reach the arms up. So moving here, this is our low lunge. And we'll bring it into pyramid and go back and forth. So on your exhale, the hands can come to blocks and just straighten, almost straighten, not lock out, both legs. Low lunge, arms reach up. Exhale, use that core to help lift the belly as you shift into pyramid. Just move back and forth. Keep the head in line with the spine, so don't try to keep looking forward away from the mat. Good. Last one. Here we go. One-legged plank. Hands come to the floor. Left leg is lifted, or the right knee is down. Left leg goes out to the left. Bring it back in. Keep that core tight. And in. Try not to bend your elbows. Last one. Everyone steps back into plank. Walk the hands back. Happy squat. From here, you can walk it back forward into plank. Lift the right leg. Abduct it out to the right. Right toes lower, walk back into happy squat. So we'll do that one more time each side. You can also just stay in happy squat and just enjoy the journey. Left leg lifts, left leg goes out to the left. Bring it down and in, walk it back. Here we go, last one, walk it forward. Right leg goes out to the right. Walk it back, happy squat. And just rest here.
You can grab the ankles, shake the head yes, no. Bend the knees as much as you need to. And then let's baby bear walk to the front of the mat. Left hand, right foot, right hand, left foot. Good. Use the glutes to come up to stand. Exhale. Sit back into chair pose. Hands come to heart center. Twist to the left. Inhale center, exhale to the right. That looks great, Sarah. Good job, Angela. You can add on a little jumping here. So as you come to center, you can jump up, exhale to the left. Inhale, jump up, exhale to the right. Last one, inhale, exhale to the left. Slide that right leg back. Twisted crescent. Option to lift the right toes, make it a balancing pose. Come up, crescent lunge. Woo. Stay here or immediately start with that right leg swing. Use your exhales. Breathe out the fire. Last one. Swing it forward, then slowly take it into airplane. Good. Hands can come down. And then let's take it in to a seated twist. So slowly bring the right leg behind the left and lower your butt to the floor as you turn to the left. So left leg is stacked on top of the right. You can kick the right leg out if you want to. And let's just do some belly rolls. So circle the ribs in one direction. Let your head go with you. And then go in the other direction. Good. From here, let's turn towards the front of the mat. Step back into down dog. Good. Shake it out. Take a breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. And let's go into those crouches. So turn the toes and knees to the left. Sit the butt back. Turn the toes and knees to the right. Step the butt back. Good. Turn the toes and knees to the left. Shift forward and lower the right knee underneath the right hip. Right hand is underneath the right shoulder. Left arm lifts. This is modified side plank. If you'd like to do full side plank, you can extend that right leg. Because from here, you're going to lift the left leg and lower. We're almost done. Here we go. Half moon. So step the left leg towards the right hand. Left hand comes down. Push into the left leg to help you lift your right for half moon. You can have your left hand on the block. Bend the left knee as much as you need to. Warrior two. Right leg gently lands. Lift the torso over the hips. Reverse. Inhale. Variation. Good. Hold here. This is the last move. Coming in to dolphin. So go ahead and bring the hands down towards the left foot. Lower onto the elbows as the left leg lifts. And you can do those heel lifts. You can stay in regular dolphin, go into child's pose, whatever have you. And you can also lift up into forearm balance if it's in your practice. And then regardless of who you are, step back into forearm plank. Lower all the way to the floor. Let's rest our forehead onto the back of the hands. Bend the knees. Just let them windshield wipe left and right. You deserve this break. You got it. When you're ready, push up and back into down dog. Step the right foot forward, lower the left knee, arms reach up. Hands can come out blocks if needed, because this is going to transition into pyramid. Take a breath in. Exhale. Send the hips back. Have a little bit of bentness in both legs, but they're mostly straight. Lower the left knee. Inhale. Use the core to help you rise up. Exhale. Inhale. Last one. Exhale. Inhale. Lower the left knee. Hands come down. You have one-legged plank, or this left knee stays down, right leg lifts. Wag the right foot out to the right, bring it in, right toes land, walk it back into happy squat. Walk it forward. Left leg lifts, bring it out to the left. Bring the left toes down, walk the hands back. You have one more time each side, or maybe you're done and you can hang out right here. It is okay. Right leg out to the right. Walk it back. Last time, walk it forward. Left leg lifts out to the left. Walk it back, happy squat and hold. Bend your knees. Bend it, bend it, bend it, bend it. You can even bring your hands to the thighs. Take a moment here. And then walk it forward towards the front of the mat for chair pose. Stay in chair pose or hands come to heart center. Twist to the right. Inhale. Twist to the left. Try not to let your hips move. Maybe you add a jump. Twist to the right. Inhale. Twist to the left. Last one, inhale. Twist to the right. Hold. You can slide that left leg back and keep it off of the floor, or you can keep the left toes on the floor for a twisted crescent half moon pose. Woo. Left toes land. Inhale, crescent lunge. Start those swings. Kick the leg. You're almost done. Use your core, use your glutes. Last one, slowly bring the left leg back into airplane. Scoot back a little bit. Balance on that right leg. Try not to fall to the outer edge of the foot. Yeah, that looks great, Sarah. And then slowly lower for seated twist, so the left leg comes behind the right. You can kick the left leg out if you want to. And just roll the core in one direction and then the other. And then let's all meet in down dog. Hands come down. Take a breath in. Exhale. If you want to do those twists, go ahead, turn toes and knees to the right. Sit back, toes and knees to the left. Option to shift forward into plank as you do them. And then we'll finish toes and knees to the right. Left knee comes in underneath the left hip. Right leg extends, right arm lifts. You can also be in regular side plank, so you can extend that left leg if you need to. Either way, we're going to lift that right leg and try to pulse it. Last one. Step the right foot towards the left hand, half moon. So right leg, right hand, left leg lifts, left hand lifts. Hold that low belly in. You're almost done. We just have warrior 2 and dolphin to go. Left leg lands, warrior two. Reverse. We'll feel that left glute on. Right elbow to right thigh, left arm reaches up and over. Look down at your right foot. Slowly bring the hands down. You can rest in child's pose or come into dolphin here. Right leg can lift. You can lower and lift that left heel or lift up into forearm balance. And then let's all lower to the floor. Rest. Bend the knees. Windshield wipe the legs left and right. Giving yourself a mental high five. Hooray. You did it. Good. However you want to, come onto the back. So you can just roll over. Let me put on something more relaxing. Okay. So from here, go ahead and bend the knees, feet flat on the floor. Take the hands to the hips and let's just do some pelvic tilts. So let your hip points go forward and then lift them up towards you. Tilt them downwards, so kind of like the low back lifts, and then pull them towards you. Good, and then find a place in between that feels comfortable. From here, bring the right knee into the chest and cross the right ankle onto the left thigh. If this is comfortable, stay here. Or bring the left thigh in towards you without using your hands. If you need to use your hands, you can, but try to use the stretch by using your strength. All of this is connected to the core. Good. Maybe you straighten and bend the left leg a few times. Don't let your chin lift. And then bring the left foot down, right foot down, left ankle on the right thigh. Pull the right thigh in. Maybe straighten and bend the right leg. Good. Right foot comes down. Left foot comes down. Go ahead and reach your arms out into a T or goalpost them. Just allow the knees to fall to the right. Try to keep the left shoulder on the floor. And if it doesn't stay on the floor, you can reach that left arm up towards noon on the clock. Maybe you turn the gaze to the left. Find your breath. Expand the core as you breathe. Come back to center. Allow the knees to fall to the left. Maybe you turn the gaze to the right. This is your time to decompress. And then come back to center. Feet go wide on the mat. If there's any finishing poses you feel called to do, please do them. Otherwise, feet wide on the mat, knees come together.
And maybe one hand on your heart, one hand on your low belly. Just to connect yourself to the center. Find a softness to the breath. Find a softness to your thoughts. Just feel with each you melt. If your tongue is touching the roof of your mouth, let it go so that the jaw can relax. Feel that even in this position, your core is still holding everything together. It's what holds our organs. By taking this class, we've kind of built stronger walls around us to protect us. Begin to wiggle the fingers and toes, turning the head left and right. Maybe bring one knee into the chest followed by the other and reach your hands away from you as you really bring more energy back into the body by breathing. And then on the exhale, knees come to chest. Maybe rock and roll a few times until you come on up to a comfortable seated position. Hands come to heart center. Lightly pressing the palms into one another. And just taking a moment to feel here how our core keeps us upright. Breathing in a few breaths of gratitude for it. And not only for it, but for yourself too, for showing up today. Because we all know that's the hardest part. May you carry grace and also strength into this day and also this week. Thank you for stressing your core with me today. Have a wonderful Monday. Namaste. Yay, you did it. If you have questions, please reach out either on here or